Hey guys, it's me Shae and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be reacting and looking at creepy pictures from the internet. I will leave a link in the description below for this website. Before we get started, I just wanted to say that I have officially created a schedule and I will be posting every Tuesday on this channel. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to Shae and Layla. I will leave a link in the description below. We made a collab channel and we'll be posting paranormal videos, exploring abandoned places, and basically any other kind of video that we'll do together. And then, yeah, so let's get started. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And also, if this gets like 5 likes, I will do another one of these because I kind of like this. Let's get started. Number 1, we have Jeannie Wadley, the feral child. The young girl seen in this 1970s photo is Jeannie Wadley of California, otherwise known as the feral child, barely able to walk at age 13. For her entire life, her father had abused her viciously, keeping her in a makeshift straitjacket and tying her to a children's toilet in a locked room all day. When she made any sound or did anything he didn't like, he'd growl and bare his teeth at her like a dog. Under such brutal conditions, Wadley never learned how to walk or speak. When this creepy photo was taken at a hospital just after when she was rescued, her life inside a series of abusive institutions was only a beginning. Her whereabouts today are unknown. Bro, that makes me sad, honestly. Like, I feel so bad. At number 2, we have the human dolls of Anatoly Muscovin. Anatoly Muscovin is a Russian former journalist, college professor, and self-dubbed necrophiliast with expert knowledge of cemeteries. For years, his hobby of collecting dolls hid a macabre obsession that drew upon his particular interests, digging up the dead and making dolls out of their corpse. So this dude dug up people's dead bodies and made dolls out of them. Wow, okay. After making his human dolls, he kept them in his home as his companions and lovers. I kissed her once, then again and again, Muscovin wrote about one of his dolls made from the body of an 11-year-old. Police finally caught Muscovin in 2011 after years of increasing suspicion at the growing numbers of discredited graves in his home city of, I'm not going to try and pronounce that, but I'll put it on the screen. When they searched his home, they found 26 life-size dolls, or rather mummified corpses, scattered throughout. Wow, 26 dolls? Okay, next we have the 25-year captivity of Blanc Munir. When French authorities received an anonymous tip in 1901 that a woman was being held prisoner at an aristocrat's house in the city of Poitiers, they sent out officers to search the home. Behind the locked doors of the pitch-black attic, they found a skeletal middle-aged woman lying on a straw mattress, laden in her own excrement, while insects and rotting food littered the floor. The room's odor was so rank that officers couldn't even continue their investigation. But what they were able to learn was that the 55-pound woman was still clinging to the life after 25 years trapped in that same room, was named Blanc Munir, and that her captor was her own mother. That is so sad. Victorian PostEmir portraits. Life expectancies in Victorian England were tragically low due to the high frequency of diseases and lack of poor medical treatment. And because photography was extremely expensive, most people were never able to get their portraits taken. So when young children passed away, their parents often dressed them in their finest clothes to sit for their first portrait, creating eerily lifelike images of kids who had already been gone for days. Oh my god. Like, imagine, that's like, that kind of reminds me of like when you stuff animals that are dead and then you put them on your wall. That literally just reminded me of this, but like with humans. Like, oh my god. Like, it looks like a doll. Like, it looks like a doll. The Pioneer's Defense. Known as the Pioneer's Defense, this creepy historical image was captured in 1937 by Russian photographer Viktor Bula. While certainly an anonymous site, the men and women and children depicted here were merely members of the Young Pioneers, the Soviet youth group that was akin to the Boy Scouts. They are seen here in gas masks during a military preparation drill in the Lenin area, uncertain of what tomorrow might bring in the years just before World War II, while their home country was seeing waves of death and terror under the dictator Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin. 4 children for sale. This haunting photo from 1948 reveals just how much poverty can destroy a family. Mr. and Mrs. Ray Califorks were faced eviction from their Chicago apartment at the time, desperately needing money. So the unemployed coal truck driver and his wife opt to sell their kids. Though members of the Calix family have not claimed that their mother was paid to stage the image, the children in fact were sold to different homes within 2 years. Worse yet, the children, Lana, 6, top left, Ray, top 5, top right, Milton, 4, bottom left, and Sue Ellen, 2, bottom right, were known to have been terribly abused by their new families thereafter. That is so freaking sad. Like, I can't imagine selling my own children to make money, to have money. Like, why have kids if you're gonna end up selling them? Just saying. The Exorcism of Annelise Michel. Annelise Michel was a devout Catholic teenager living in a normal life with her parents in Germany in the late 1960s. But then she began blacking out at school before exhibiting increasingly strange behaviors like routinely, I can't say that word. Routinely convulsing, hallucinating, eating spiders, and even drinking her own urine. Michelle claimed to be possessed by the devil, and her parents soon came to the same conclusion. They ultimately subjected her to 67 exorcisms, none of which improved her condition, before she died of malnutrition at age 23 in 1976, weighing just 68 pounds. Her story was so disturbing that it eventually inspired the 2005 horror film Exorcism of Emily Rose. Oh God, that is scary. That is like the spontaneous combustion of Mary Reese. On the morning of July 2nd in 1951 in St. Petersburg, Florida, Mary Reese's landlady went to the old woman's apartment to deliver a telegram and noticed that her door was warm to the touch. Upon opening the door, she found Reese almost completely reduced to a pile of ashes lying on the scorched remains of her chair. As part of her leg and her skull, shrunken from far beyond its normal size, were all that remained. Local authorities were unable to determine any cause of the blaze, and the rest of the apartment was largely devoid of fire damage. When they sent the case up to the FBI, they determined that Reese had gone up in flames like the wick of a candle, with her own body fat steadily feeding the fire. But they were too baffled as to how the blaze started in the first place. To this day, it is widely believed that this was a case of spontaneous human combustion. We can explode? Is that a thing? Honestly, I don't even want to find out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to follow Layla and I's collab channel in the description below. Thank you for watching. Bye!